You might be wondering how I did end up here. Let me tell you everything you need to know. Project Lambsauce will begin now. Captain name, on the table are pictures of everything we need to know.
Alright, let's go over the complete plan.
The first step, while just being optional, is to secure the rune slabs.
They contain information on how to craft the runes right.
Yes, and they also are just pretty nice to have as a souvenir. All 4 runes and rune slabs resemble one of the 4 elements: water, earth, fire, air.
Let's go over all 4 of them, where they are and how to obtain them.
Yes, let's start with water. The water rune slab is at the bottom of the sea at the Oscar station.
It's slightly poking out of the sand, making it a bit easier to spot.
Exactly. We need a shovel and dig the water rune slab up to free it. Alright, I have my map in here to show you how to find the position with it. The exact coordinates for the water rune slab are x 418, y minus 422, the deepest part of the sea. If you don't have a map, just keep diving down and try to spot it while it's poking out of the sand. Here we are. Now we just dive to the bottom of the sea. Ah. You can see it's slightly poking out. Let's dig it out. Make sure you do not drown. You have about 25 seconds before you drown while diving in the water. Good. First slab obtained. Be careful since it weighs a lot and takes a lot of inventory space with it. After that we will get the earth rune slab.
This rune slab is located at the closed-off forest. The closed-off forest is between Oscar and Uniform.
You will need to climb above a fence. You can climb with jumping twice. The coordinates for the earth rune slab are x 538, y minus 181. You will need a shovel to dig it out of the ground. I will use a map to find the exact location easier. Here we are. Just dig it out. Second slab successfully obtained.
Fire next.
Let's skip that one. We will do it after air, since it requires a bit more effort.
Alright. The air rune slab is located high up on a power line pole directly next to Transformer 0.
The coordinates for this one are x 387, y 196. You have 2 ways of getting up that power line. You could use something like a chair and place balloons on it in order to fly up. Or you could just use the hook to climb up yourself. For me, using the hook is easier than flying up there. Here it is. Be careful. If you have physic damage on, this fall will hurt you a lot. But I have it not enabled.
Then there is the fire rune slab.
This one is tricky, since it's technically not in this world. In order for us to reach it, we will have to enter that dimension. This cabin is our entry. This cabin is pretty close to the uniform station. We will need a shovel. A clock and a sleeping bag could also be nice. The coordinates for this wooden cabin are X 408, Y 22. We enter the cabin by climbing in. Set up your equipment and wait. Like we had to wait for 3:33 AM to get the anti-breather plushie, we will also have to wait for it here. At around 3:33 AM a portal should open up in this red tree. Let's enter it. Welcome to the ritual altar. This is where we will summon Lambert later. The fire rune slab will be behind the altar. Here it is. On the altar you will notice a knife. This is the ritual knife. With a left click you stab, and with a right click you will see what it does. Also take it with you. When you leave the dimension, you will always spawn here. Make sure to not have anything in your hand, since items you have in your hand tend to follow you and roll down the hill. You are right now at the coordinates X -347, Y -563, which is close to Transformer 2.
Let's see what the slabs tell us to do.
The water rune slab. It tells us the following. A stone tossed into the stream will journey away, only to find its way back, completing its circle.
You will need a stone.
Several to make my life easier.
The runes themselves cause a slight EMF reading. An EMF reader might help.
That's true.
You will have to get to the river close to Tango and reach the end of it.
You will drop a stone or several stones into the water. Make sure your stones follow the stream. After that we will just run through the river until we find the water rune. Or in my case even several water runes. The EMF reader can really help. You will most likely find the water rune being stopped by an obstacle in or close to the river. Not in my case. Here it is. And as you see, the EMF reader reacts to the water rune.
The earth rune.
This one tells us the following. Beneath a certain log, we bury a stone deep within the earth, only to unearth it again come midnight's gentle call.
This log is close to Quebec. The coordinates for the log are X -320, Y 147. You will need a shovel and the stone you want to burrow.
Since I will wait there, a clock and sleeping bag too. Here it is. Get into the log, and about the center. Now dig a hole, and put your stone in it. Now we will wait till 0 to 1 AM. During this time we will dig up the stone. It can help to mark the exact hole somehow. It's time. Let's dig it up. Here it is.
Now the fire rune. It says the following. A stone crashes into an explosive from high above, while in another scene, an explosive crashes into a cluster of stones below.
This one is the most annoying one for many, since many ways of creating a fire rune are very inconsistent. I will show you a consistent way of getting the fire rune. This method was found and documented by Moon on the Voices of the Void Discord server. You will need an explosive barrel, a hook and the stone you want to use. You will find an explosive barrel at these locations. One will spawn at Transformer 0. The other one spawns at the hole. Now you will bind your hook to the ground here. The other end goes into the rock. Now place the explosive barrel on top of this ending of the hook. Make sure you save before getting on the ladder. Get on the ladder and grab your stone. Get high up so, when you release the stone, the hook will cause it to fly into the barrel in a very high speed. If you don't find your fire rune around you, just reconnect and try again. Sometimes it flies away pretty far. And here it is. Now only air is missing. Let's see what it shows. A stone's journey takes it to the sky, just to crash against the skybox. Rest in peace.
You will need a hook, balloons, a nail, a hammer, and a stone.
This one is by far the easiest. You can buy everything needed from the store. Just hook the stone up and bind it to the ground. You will notice that you cannot place balloons on the stone. That's why you need the hammer and the nail. Hammer a nail into the stone. Now you can place balloons on the nail. 4 or 5 should be enough. Now release the hook and wait for the air rune to drop. Here it is.
Do you have all 4 runes?
Yes.
The sacrificial knife too.
Yes.
Take those with you. You can leave the slabs here. Good. Now you will need to re-enter the dimension again, just like the first time.
Now we need to put our runestones into the pillars. Fire. Air. Water. Earth. The order in which you place them doesn't matter. Now get into the center. And now it's time for the funny. Take out the sacrificial knife and press right click. And here it is. This is Lambert. He weighs too much to put him into our inventory, meaning we cannot transport him to different saves. But he has a regeneration aura. If he glows red like this, he is healing you slowly. Let's get back.
Good job. Nebula?
Thank you for helping me plan on this operation, Captain Name.
You're welcome.